Let's speak about skills, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove that fact. And today we're going to be speaking about the growth stock that we've been speaking about for months on this channel, but I am this close to pulling the trigger on finally. That company here is SKILLZ, ticker symbol SKLZ. I have their entire history of price action right in front of us. You will see it's been a bumpy road. Very brief highs of $46 a share to recent lows of $12.50 a share, and they're currently sitting at $15.17. Now, their Q1 earnings report just came out a couple of days ago, and some very important points were brought up that have me this close to investing, despite the chart looking a little something like this, and despite growth stocks not exactly being in the best place. That's the primary thing we are going to speak about in today's video, is the Q1 report. But I also want to show you guys the fact that ARK Invest has been loading the boat, and Cathie Wood recently came to SKILLZ defense in regards to a couple of short seller reports that have been out there as of late. I have made pretty much a full video just on those short seller reports, but yes, now Cathie Wood is defending the company too. So right before we do get into the video, we have a look at the quarterly report and a few points that just really make me, have to heavily contemplate investing. Can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Drop me a comment down below. I'm interested. Are you a current investor in this company? Are you considering buying? Have you been trimming? What have you been doing? And please, my friend, if you are indeed new around here, hit that juicy red subscribe button and join the family of investors. Also, if you are indeed interested in joining my private Discord group, you can find out if I did buy this company. We bought 2 companies just yesterday. Please hit that first link in the description. And if you'd like 2 free stocks on Webull, all you gotta do is hit that second link in the description, sign up, deposit $100, get yourself some free money, baby. Maybe buy some skills with the free money. So you'll see as I record this video, market only opened about 15 minutes ago. SKILLZ is having a stinky day. If you look at that 5-day chart, you will see on the 5-day chart, they're down 17%. On the monthly chart, they're down 21%. There was a 68% upward move over the span of 4 days here, and it's given us back the large majority of that already. And if you look at that 6-month chart, I mean, it is just absolute insanity. So the first thing I want to say is, tread cautiously, especially given the current market conditions where growth isn't exactly performing beautifully. When I speak about SKILLZ in today's video, it's going to be with the outlook of a long-term investor. So obviously, one thing of note straight off the bat is that ARK Invest, Cathie Wood have been loading the boat. You can see that in the ARK K from April 26th to May 5th, they went from 5.2 million shares to 10.4 million, pretty much doubling their stake. That is once these dips began happening. They've literally doubled down in this very short time period right here. And that is just in their ARK K. You'll see in the ARK W, they have also been adding a very considerable amount of shares. It holds a 2.08% weight in the ARK W right now. So one thing that always has to be brought up when we're speaking about skills is there's been a couple of short reports lately. I've read through them, and I assume a lot of you viewers have as well. And there's some very strong points brought up that should not be ignored. There's also a lot of exaggerated points. And Cathie Wood came to SKILLZ defense saying the allegations were either exaggerated or incorrect, and stemmed from not understanding the esports company's business. And if you read those 2 short reports with this single piece of information, this single sentence in mind, it becomes very apparent that, yeah, at the end of the day, these are short sellers. They want the price to go down so they can take their money, and they probably don't really understand everything about the company. Now, let's just get straight into Q1. Okay, look at this. First quarter revenue hits $84 million, okay, up 92% year over year. Keep in mind the market cap is close to $6 billion right now. Paying monthly active users grows 81% year over year, huge growth. And they raised their full 2021 revenue guidance to $375 million. The keyword being raises. That's absolutely fantastic. I spoke about this in a recent video I made on Corsair. When you see the word raised, that's a very good thing. CEO came out and said, "We are proud to report record-breaking first quarter results." You'll love to see that. Giving us 21 consecutive quarters, not months, quarters of revenue growth. So it's quite clear to see that they are growing on a quarter-over-quarter basis. And you can see that year-over-year revenues are up 92%. So it's not just small growth, there is a lot of compound growth happening here. The valuation as of this moment in time is rich, but it often is with growth stocks. Especially the more potential they have down the line, the richer the valuation is going to be. And when you really look into this company and the potential things that they could do in the months and years to come, you see why there could be rich valuations justifiable here. So gross profit grew to $79.4 million. Revenue was 83.7 million, okay, up 95% over the prior year. Gross margin was 95%. Just keep that number in mind. It's not often you're going to see that. Now, net loss was 53.6 million, which was considerably worse than the year prior. And then adjusted EBITDA, again, considerably worse than the year prior. Gross marketplace volume grew $566.6 million during the first quarter, up 85% year over year. And then cash on the balance sheet of 613 million and no debt at the end of the first quarter. So a few things that you can very easily take away right off the bat. They are growing continually and they're compounding. They're growing faster and faster every single month, every single quarter, every single year. Gross margins are absolutely fantastic. So you would assume that if they continue growing at this rate, they're going to break a profit in absolutely no time. But in that same breath, you have to understand that currently they're not breaking a profit. 613 million, but no debt on the balance sheet is decent considering that slight negative EBITDA. But of course, you would rather see some more cash on that balance sheet. I don't think it would be out of the realms of possibility to see some sort of a capital raise down the line. But they're just quite obvious things to take away right off the bat. So paying monthly active users reached 0.467 million, okay, with a 17% paying to playing ratio, which is 8x higher than the mobile gaming industry average. Very good. They launched developer progression, so this is another quite big one. A feature that allows game developers to create in-game milestones for players, such as winning a reward for bowling perfect games, etc. This is going to be a very, very important part for an app such as this one. They expanded their Android footprint also. Now, if we actually go to the earnings call transcript, there's a few things we have to look at. So we just spoke about the paying monthly active users, the percentages, etc. They do go on to speak about the non-payers, okay? While monetizing non-paying users is an important feature opportunity, Skills currently generates nearly all of its revenue from paying players. So this nuance is critical to understanding our growth strategy. We optimize our marketing spend to acquire paying users, not installs. This is very different from other mobile gaming companies that monetize via advertising and just want to acquire the largest number of eyeballs possible. Now, of course, somebody who's interested in these guys as a company, as an investment, I want to see those non-paying people be monetized quite quickly, sooner rather than later, ads, etc. That is very industry standard and should not shock anybody who comes onto your app, nor should it really turn anybody away. But this is what really caught my eye. In terms of genre expansion, we're particularly excited about continuing to expand our platform from our first successful categories of games to all game categories. Do you understand how big of a market that lets the company be exposed to? This next feature set will expand our content library to include games ranging from first-person shooters to real-time strategy. Think of all the most popular games in the world. A lot of them are first-person shooters. I'm sure there's lots of battle royales being spoke about over there. They're massive right now. Real-time strategy, again, especially in a competitive environment, are very popular games, especially if there is to be money on the line. That's the kind of stuff we need. Think about the kind of games that Skills are offering now. Think about how many more types of games they could offer down the line. That could potentially be the single thing that justifies their high valuations. That opens you up to such a larger total addressable market down the line. And also keep the fact that they're not particularly efficient at monetizing non-paying users as of yet. This is an option that will be available to them at pretty much any given time. We've spoken about this a lot on the channel in the past when we spoke about Facebook. They have this huge user base on WhatsApp that is not even monetized right now. But the option is there. If ever they needed a way to monetize that user base, they're going to be able to, you know, transfer a lot of them to either paying users or just implement some sort of ads. And it's awesome to see Skills have a fairly similar option available to them, obviously on a much lower scale. This here is always something, you know, I expected to happen, but to see them speaking about it now and there's almost a sense of urgency in there, that's what leads me to believe that, you know, these guys could see some huge catalysts in the relatively short term. Ultimately, we envision being able to support real-time multiplayer content genres such as Battle Royale. We believe synchronous game modes are an important part of the future of the industry and a potential step function of growth for our business. Somebody who is very heavily interested in the gaming industry, who is active on YouTube and Twitch, etc., yes, this is huge. These are the kind of games that are being played right now. Go on to Twitch right now. I guarantee you the most popular games on there are probably Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone. They are the hype right now. They are the rage. If you find a way to get them onto your platform and to monetize them efficiently, that is best case scenario for you. Then they go on to speak about brands a little bit. We should all know that they work quite closely with the NFL. And I really like what I'm having to see. And the fact that I'm seeing Kathy Wood absolutely load the boat on these zips, particularly from around the third, from right around here in, you know, about the $17 to $18 range when they're currently at 15, would fill me with quite a bit of confidence. So all in all, a very good Q1. Still a company that is, you know, very pricey, but if you're willing to hold on to them for 5 years and they do implement battle royales, etc., I think you're going to be onto a winner here. But anyway, my friends, that is my thoughts on Skills as of right now and on the Q1 earnings. I had a few people ask me for this one. If you watched all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. That support means the world to me. If you did enjoy the video, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Maybe drop me a little comment down below, and please, my friends, subscribe if you're new around here. And again, if you're interested in joining that private Discord group, that's the first link, and if you like those free stocks, that's the second link. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace.